As the Egghead arc comes to its close, we are finally getting to know more about the legendary warrior JoyBoy. And with Vegapunk's final words being said, what more will the mad scientist reveal about the first pirate? That is right. Vegapunk's broadcast has finally made its way to the big screen and is now being heard by everyone in the world. The Gorosei couldn't stop the mad scientist, and now they have to stand and watch Vegapunk reveal to the world the secrets that the world government has been hiding or has been trying to hide from them. Now, one of the things that he talks about is the Void Century, a topic that fans around the world do not know is taboo, and the legendary figure who shook the entire world, JoyBoy. I don't think that people all over the world know how dangerous of a topic it is, right? Since the world government straight up annihilates the islands or the people who dare talk about it to anyone. But now that Vegapunk is spilling the beans and the Gorosei have failed to stop him, there is nothing stopping the world from learning about the Void Century. And the very first thing, or should I say person, that Vegapunk decides to talk about is none other than the mysterious warrior of liberation, JoyBoy. But just who is he? And why is Oda revealing this information now? Anything related to the Void Century was one of the most strictly kept secrets in the whole world. So it makes sense that not many people know who JoyBoy actually is. The world government made sure to annihilate anyone who dared to speak up about the Void Century or anything related to it. Even Vegapunk, the smartest man in the world, had to keep his research about the Void Century a secret from everyone and only decided to reveal what the world government had hidden after he passed away. Whatever the reason for keeping the Void Century and JoyBoy a secret from the world, it doesn't matter anymore because Vegapunk is now officially telling the whole world about the existence of JoyBoy, and the Gorosei can't do anything but watch. So let's make Vegapunk's broadcast easier to understand and dive into the question, just who is JoyBoy? But what do we actually know about this mysterious figure from the Void Century? Throughout the whole series, there have only been a few times where Oda has mentioned someone named JoyBoy. The first time that fans ever heard about this JoyBoy was during Fishman Island arc, when we learned that JoyBoy played an important role in the history and prophecies of the island. And ever since then, fans have been wondering just who the hell this dude is. But we've come a long way from just mentions of JoyBoy and poneglyphs, right? The other time that JoyBoy was mentioned was when Luffy finally awakened his Gear 5 form against Kaido. On the surface, it looked like this was just a new form, but little did we know how important this transformation would be for the entire world. Even Zunisha declared that JoyBoy had returned to the world after Luffy transformed, claiming that he could finally hear the drums of liberation again. So the transformation wasn't just a treat for the fans. It was something that the people of the One Piece world had been waiting for since a century, the return of the legendary JoyBoy. No one expected Vegapunk to take a trip to the past in his broadcast. But what can we say, right? It's not like anyone could guess what was going on in that giant head of his. But if JoyBoy is one of the people Vegapunk is talking about in his final message to the world, then he must be extremely important to the whole world. I mean, Vegapunk only mentioned that the world was sinking for a second, but he started going into the history of JoyBoy in detail. That alone goes to show you just how important this figure from the past must be. So who was JoyBoy during the Void Century, and how did he become one of the most known people in the world? Vegapunk decided to leave no stone unturned and immediately started talking about JoyBoy right after he mentioned the Void Century and its significance. And now it looks like we can finally start painting the picture of who JoyBoy exactly was and why he was one of the most important people in the Void Century. Born 900 years ago, in an unknown advanced civilization with a rubbery body and the will to do anything he wanted, JoyBoy was the main character of the Void Century. According to Vegapunk, JoyBoy was the first person to ever set sail on the sea and become the first ever pirate in the world. It looks like Vegapunk's final words have given us more information about JoyBoy in the past 10 years than anything else. We've come a long way from poneglyphs and the vague words of ancient beings. And with these revelations about JoyBoy, everything starts to make more sense, right? The first pirate in the world to set sail on the sea. And why does this fit JoyBoy perfectly? Let's go back a bit to the era of Goldie Roger, the Pirate King. Even the king of all pirates seemed to be connected to the legendary or the legend of JoyBoy and the Void Century. Since the treasure that every pirate in the world is seeking is also connected to the mysterious JoyBoy, left behind by him 800 to 900 years ago on the last island in the New World. The One Piece is the treasure that everyone in the world is looking for. That's right, the treasure left behind by the mysterious JoyBoy. And now it makes sense why Vegapunk referred to him as the first pirates to sail the sea, because who else would leave behind a giant treasure other than a pirate of great fame? From the looks of it, JoyBoy was one of the first people who traveled the whole world, helping people all along the way, and left his final treasure at Laugh Tale, the final island at the end of the Grand Line. Speaking of traveling the world, right? Fans already know that JoyBoy made his way all the way to Fishman Island during his time. That's right. Fishman Island existed all that time ago and is still standing to this day. But it looks like JoyBoy wasn't able to help the Fishman Island and failed in his mission. But what mission, you might think? Well, if you're new to the series, then let's talk about what JoyBoy's promise to Fishman Island was. During the Void Century, JoyBoy arrived at Fishman Island and made a promise that he would help the people of the island to raise the ship of promise, the Noah, to the surface of the sea. While we don't know why the giant ship needed to be raised to the surface, we do know that for whatever reason, JoyBoy left behind a poneglyph apologizing for failing his promise or his mission. But that's not all. In the apology, he also mentioned that one day someone will come to fulfill his promise. While we don't know who this person would be, it's slowly becoming clear that our beloved captain might just fit that role. That's right, Luffy, captain of the Straw Hats and one of the 4 emperors of the sea, is the second coming of JoyBoy. At first, we could only guess and make theories on how Luffy might be the reincarnation of JoyBoy. But ever since the Wano arc and the defeat of Kaido, it's confirmed that Luffy is the reincarnation of JoyBoy, and it's not just because both of them have rubbery bodies and fight freely. Even old allies and friends of JoyBoy have acknowledged and recognized Luffy as the second coming of the legendary warrior. Zunisha, the century-old elephant still roaming the entire world, recognized Luffy's heartbeat as the drums of liberation. And even the Iron Giants that was shown powered off at the beginning of the Egghead Island arc woke up because of Luffy's heartbeat, or the drums of liberation, and apologized to JoyBoy. So we know that Luffy is supposed to be the reincarnation of JoyBoy, but what does that exactly mean? Luffy himself doesn't seem to realize the importance of his new transformation and treats it like any other ability. Additionally, we know that JoyBoy's legacy is not just tied to his failed promises or the mysterious poneglyphs, but also to significant figures from the myths of the giants of Elbaf. JoyBoy also possesses traits similar to those found in the legendary sun god Nika from the mythology of Elbaf, hailing from the great kingdom of the Void Century. JoyBoy takes a page right out of Sun God Nika's book. After all, being the first pirates in the world means that JoyBoy was also one of the freest people in the whole world. And with abilities similar to the legendary Nika, there is no way that JoyBoy didn't go around inspiring others. Just like another stretchy or similarly stretchy person, JoyBoy likely embodies the same ideals as the Sun God. What's more likely is that JoyBoy also possessed the power of the Hito Hito no Mi, Mado Nika, the same devil fruit that Luffy possesses. Since the beginning of One Piece, the world governments considered the devil fruit to be one of the most dangerous in existence. Well, not since the beginning of One Piece, but closer to the end of the Wano arc. The name was even a diversion, right? It wasn't the actual name of the devil fruit. It could be possible that the reason why the fruit was renamed as the Gomu Gomu no Mi was because of JoyBoy, even though they know that it's Nika's form. But I believe that after the death or the defeat of JoyBoy, it's possible that the world government found the devil fruit and kept it safe so that a warrior like JoyBoy doesn't rise again. Well, we all know how that turned out because we know that that fruit is special, and we all know that zones have a mind of their own. Now, they have the second coming of JoyBoy to deal with, and with Luffy stepping into the shoes of the legendary warrior, it's amazing to see how the world of One Piece is running in a cycle, with the legacy of JoyBoy being carried through Luffy and his crew, the fact that Luffy is the second coming of the legendary JoyBoy isn't just a big thing for fans of One Piece. It's a game changer even for the great world of One Piece and the great world government. Think about it. You spent the better part of 900 years making sure that your greatest enemy isn't reincarnated, and then one day he showed up knocking at your door about to ruin your whole day. Like, what? I'd be pissed, right? So it makes sense why Imu and the Gorosei wants Luffy to be gone. Him just existing is messing up and ruining their plans of world domination. Luffy's very existence isn't just a thorn in their side. It's a sword at their necks or their throats, right? Every step that Luffy takes further in his journey, every island he touches, and every ally he makes potentially brings them closer to the end. They've maintained a grip on the world by manipulating and annihilating any threats to their narrative. But Luffy, with his unpredictable nature and JoyBoy's legacy present in him, he is rewriting the story in real time. So the world government is seriously freaking out over Luffy being JoyBoy reincarnated. Think about it. They spent centuries and centuries ensuring that no one could challenge their narrative or uncover the real history of the world. Suddenly, Luffy shows up, and he's not just any pirate. He's got the spirit of the ancient nemesis. Every move he makes is capable of destroying the grip that the world government has on the whole world. You can bet that the likes of Imu and the Gorosei are sweating bullets right now. If Luffy lives up to the legend of JoyBoy, he could shake up the world order in ways they've been dreading for 900 years. And now with Vegapunk deciding to tell the entire world about the Void Century as well as JoyBoy, the entire world might begin to rebel against the world government. Not only that, Luffy still doesn't know that he is the second coming of the legendary JoyBoy. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that he doesn't know much about JoyBoy in general. And when he realizes that he is the reincarnation of someone like JoyBoy, it's possible that Luffy will unlock his latent potential and go beyond the standard Gear 5 powers that he has, right? And finally, he overpowers and defeats the Gorosei. Again, if you don't know, Vegapunk's final message is shaking up the world, and fans around the world are at the edge of their seats just watching as the fireworks go off. Let's see what Oda has planned for the next one, right? Because whatever it might be, you can be sure that it is going to blow our minds away. And with that, I'll be taking my leave. But don't forget to drop the mother flame on the subscribe button before leaving. Until then, this is your boy Pirate Sensei, setting sail and signing out. See you in the next video. Peace.